What's up, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar with
Astonishing
Savage
Melanie.
Savage Melanie.
I just think it's cute.
You think it's cute? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a great kick off to your weekend with your Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday morning, Sunday evening, wherever you are.
Would it be all the way to Sunday evening?
I don't know how fast time goes everywhere else.
Hi, Hannah. I love your new picture. You look so professional. And Tapsy Logic. Hey, we showed your dust jackets last week, right?
Yep. Don't ask. No.
Okay.
Just
well,
you affirmation. It's YouTube. People believe what you say.
Okay, we showed him.
How many YouTube videos do you watch about the conspiracy about the moon not being real?
Yeah, Eclipse. It is happy 6 out of 10 Detective Day.
It is Batman Day. And man, just in time, I made that video of my favorite Batman stories and where to find them in graphic novel format. And that you all really like that. So I will be making more of those. So watching season 5 of Cobra Kai. Heck yeah, it's so good.
Well, Cody's got a bachelor party later.
Hey now.
For yourself? Or you're attending?
Yep. Sunday morning, not evening. Okay. How far away are people? What's up, Chris? How's it going, dude? Happy Batman Day, Omar, Melanie. Nice, cooler morning in Charlotte, North Carolina. Who are your top 5 favorite Batman family members that were never a Robin? Alfred.
Oh, yeah, that's a good choice.
Barbara. Oracle. Will always be Oracle. Clayface.
Was he part of the
Cassandra Cain.
Yeah. Was?
Yeah, during Tynion's run on Detective. Cassandra Cain, who's best Batgirl ever. And not Batman. Who else is considered part of the Bat family? Azrael. Jean-Paul Van Damme. Jean-Paul Valley.
I love how everyone's like 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Really? You guys serious? Hello there. What's up? And yes, Dana, Dark Horse is going to print Creepy and Eerie Archives in paperback. No word on the hardcovers, but it's a start. Atlanta, what's up, Hotlanta?
Hotlanta.
Do Ami release dates even have a point?
Oh.
Yes, they do.
I get what you're saying, Rick here.
I don't.
Hi from Poland. Hi, Elise.
We have to
good
have
morning,
a point.
Everybody.
What's up, William? Dude, where have you been? Sorry. What's up, Jacob?
I have lots of catching up to do. And Cody's saying, for me, getting married in Las Vegas next month. Well, congratulations.
Right. First of all, that is awesome. Congratulations. Safe travels. I don't know where you are, but safe travels to Las Vegas. Ace
Rimmer? I don't know what that means. Josh.
Plain City Skylines while watching. Awesome.
While is he watching? Starro. Who's
Starro? Starro is the star guy that takes over.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't. Hey, FedEx.
But he was a Robin, though. Remember? In Scott's, was it Scott Snyder's run? Yeah. Starro was a Robin. What was his name? Star? I cannot remember.
Starro was a Robin.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, but it somehow worked. I say Gordon. Oh, Gordon is a good one. Hey, folks.
Go. Newt.
Mr. Green is asking, how do I have so many books?
Yeah.
Old man, collecting for a long time. 35 plus years of collecting single issues. And 2002. Yeah, 20 years of collecting collected editions. So, long time. 2 decades. It's like 2 kids. 2 kids and a half.
We got a second Newt, guys. This is just a...
That wasn't a super chat.
But it's Newt. I should have done it for Ringu because this person has Pingu as the icon. Okay, so Mr. Green says, how do you have so many comics? I'm so jealous because I'm just a broke high school kid.
You got years and years. Let me tell you something. I'm a broke adult because I have so many books. So you're just in high school. You got years, brother. What's up, Renee? Is Venom? ¿Cómo estás, hermano?
Okay, William says, you got me. He was a Robin. Hi, King. What's his name?
King Sport, California. What's up, dude? How are you, my brother? Jaro. Jaro was his name. Thank you. Jaro. Yeah, that's what they called him. Of course, I remember, man. What am I drinking? I am drinking.
It looks so gross on camera.
Mop water. Dirty mop water.
It's Starbucks. It's just the cream in it.
What's up, man? How have you been, dude?
Not on camera.
Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty much watered down, milky coffee.
Oh, Ace the dog. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I guess he's not a Robin. Yeah.
Okay. He was MVP in Batman Beyond. He was a good character in Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I like that character.
Good choice.
Every old man needs an ace and a cane, like Batman.
Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you so much, brother.
I was trying to find a Berserk gift. Well, now I have to. In the future, I'll have a Berserk gift. So
let me read this. Good morning.
Okay.
Got laid off from work, and today's my last day. So this will be my last Saturday at work watching you guys, which has become tradition. I have to drag myself out of bed now.
Okay, so no, I won't play a gift.
Well, I was just gonna say, first of all, I'm so sorry, man, that happened to you, and I think sometimes in life we are put in situations that sometimes the universe just has a way of dragging you out of a situation that you should have gotten out of. And things like that happen for a reason. I really hope, my brother, that you bounce back from this quick. And yes, and you don't need to super chat me if you got laid off at all. Please. And I hope you bounce back, man. What is it that you do, brother? What is it that you've been doing on Saturdays? Just out of curiosity, because, man, maybe somebody here in the community can reach out to you. You know, I don't know what you do, but, you know, if you put it in the chat, maybe somebody can help you out, man. I mean, it's all networking, right? Most people find their jobs from knowing somebody, you know?
That's a good idea. Big D Comics, good morning, NMC. How are y'all doing today? Question for Melanie. Any advice for first-year teacher? I will quote my high school English teacher. Well, one of them, right? She said, give it 5 years. And after 5 years, you'll hit your stride. Well, you know, earlier than that, but like give it 5 years to I suppose see if the career is for you, right? So I hope that helps. I remember that's what I thought. Just, you know, 3 hard times, 5 years, and then see how you feel. So and bless you for being a teacher. And
there's nothing wrong with drinking a bottle of wine a day.
Yeah, if you drink it a day, that's not good. And Bird, thank you so much.
What's up, dude? Thank you again for reminding me about Batman Day, by the way. Happy Batman Day, everyone. Loved your top 15 list. I own 7, including year 2. Of course you do. Only need to hide the Nightfall, Dark Victory, Ego, and Earth 1. Dude! Okay, those are good too. They just didn't make it. I loved it, man. I loved how people got in, like, they started talking to us about, like, hey, how come this wasn't on the list? So it became a very cool video to do. And it took me years to make that video, by the way, because so many people wanted me to do it. And it was just one of those things that I'm like, I really don't want to share my opinion on what I think is the best, because I think sometimes people, you know, will miss out on a good story because I don't have it on my top 15. But it became something else. It became really cool because then I was, you know, having really good conversations with a lot of folks about this stuff and what they enjoyed and what they would have taken out. There were some people that loved Batman Year 2. So thanks for that. I appreciate that. Let me know if
it wasn't bad.
If he has message back. Vialcrum.
Okay, yeah. I will look. So I had to get rid of the comment for a second, so it shows the Batman approves.
Oh, okay.
Of
his thumbs up.
Yeah, Batman approves of your collection and what you own and such. And yeah, we've got some more super chats. Thank you guys.
Really quick for Maha. Will I be breaking any news this week? On Monday, I will have the answers to what they're going to do with some of the things we suggested, like adding issues to some omnis, some things they've said no to, some things they're leaving alone, some things they are changing. End of day, I think, you know, not everybody's going to be happy, but it's amazing to play this small part in at least helping some folks out. But I do have the answers. I just gotta triple check with David and get his blessing, and that video will be out on Monday, Friday, or I'm sorry, tomorrow if you have the early access Patreon. Yeah.
So yeah, here. Well, before we get to the super chats,
Uh-huh.
that I don't know how to say your name, Viola Crom. Saying I was a dispatcher for a security company. Honestly, this is the push I needed to move on, hopefully to something better. Okay, so yeah, if anybody has any connections, suggestions, somebody who was a dispatcher for a security company. And
best of luck, my brother. Seriously, I've been let go, 3 different times in my life, and let me tell you, like, it's never easy. In hindsight, of course, it's like, oh yeah, that needed to happen, but at the time that it's happening, it's the worst thing that could happen. And you can handle it a few ways, right? You can self-destruct and go out drinking and drink your worries away, or you can pick yourself up and move on and keep moving forward, man. So keep at it, dude. Wake up every day, treat it like you still got a job while you're looking. That's the best advice I can give somebody that's still looking, is like, treat it like you're still working full-time somewhere. Get dressed, take a shower, and look for jobs that way. Like,
that's really good advice.
I'm serious. That helped me a ton. My brother told me that. My brother's like, dude, you don't have to wear a suit, but get up like you would, take a shower, like you would going to work, and like dress like you would, like you're professional looking for something. It does put you in a different mindset.
Thank you, Rick Gear, fellow teacher, for the super chat. So you get Superman shaking his moneymaker, but you can't see it. Anyway, as a fellow teacher, I'm really enjoying my kids despite school-wide issues outside of my class. I'm sponsoring our school spirit group, Blue Crew. I remember you mentioning that like last week, so thank you for the super chat, and that's great to hear. I'm really
glad you're having a good year, brother.
And Misfit Rick, thank you. You get,
look, we got another berserk lover.
Oh,
where is your guts?
Why didn't I download it? I failed.
He's gonna get that Megan Thee
Stallion
you
got the sexy
with
Spidey.
The way Marvel's collecting X-Men. Well, Captain America Omnibus Volume 4 will also collect the Kirby issues. Also, at what point is the Masterwork treatment unnecessary? I think there's a cutoff. Actually, I had a really good conversation with Curtis when looking at the solicits for Marvel in December. And we talked about how the restoration on a lot of these are wonderful to have for some of these books, like in the 60s. But when you get into the 90s, there also needs to be restoration. And if you I don't know if you have this book or not, but if you have like the Wolverine Epic collections from the 90s, or the Generation X Epic collections, you can see the colors, because they were experimenting with different colors. It was like the first year that Marvel was using, and lots of other companies were using computer separated colors. That stuff needs to be rescanned and touched up. If you look at even the files for things like Cyberforce or Astro City, if you have those collections printed in the 90s with those 90s computer separated colors, then yeah, that stuff needs to be redone. So I don't think it'll ever be an unnecessary treatment. To answer your first question that I should have first, I would assume so, that it will become unnecessary. I don't know. This working and talking to Marvel has really opened my eyes to how they work, and how some of them, why they decide to do a certain way of mapping, and it's their project, right? And I feel like I'm stepping in going, hey, I'm an outsider, but this is what you guys need to do. So I think, what's up, Kane? I think it's amazing that they even listen. Ryan, it's amazing that they even listen and take suggestions. And it wasn't an easy fight, or I mean, it was very, whew, it was going back and forth, and bringing up different points. And yeah, I guess you find out on Monday what happens, and at the end of the day, at least they listened. So yes, absolutely, there is a plan, and I think it really depends on who is in charge of said project. So absolutely, there is a plan. Thanks for the advice, Melanie. Much appreciated.
And we've got a couple more super chats, and also there's some really great questions in the chat as well. But really appreciate Mike Irish, because I'm an attention. What? No. Oh, I get it. I'm here to point out Monday.
Do it like Danny DeVito and Always Sunny.
You guys, there's somebody with a Danny DeVito tattoo of him saying "whore." Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
All right. Monday is your 42nd birthday. Oh, I haven't sang in a long time.
Happy birthday. We got a birthday gift?
Nope. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, says Alf. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Happy birthday, Mike. Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Monday video will make you happy. I hope so. And then you can live the rest of your day going, it's my birthday and Omar made my day. Hopefully.
And Mega Scripture, thank you.
Yeah.
9/17 is Batman Day.
Everybody knows it should be 6/10. Oh my gosh, we should change it to June. What is it? June 10th, right? Yeah. I'll be here all evening. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for reminding people. Yeah. I don't know who gets to make these, because I was looking as actually Bert was nice enough to email me like ideas and like hashtags for videos. And I was like, who decided on Batman Day? Why is it 9/17 or the third Saturday in September? And then I was looking, well, when is X-Men Day? And who doesn't have a day? The Super Pro have a day? Another month of no Omnis and the yeah, let's talk about that really quick.
Bye, Josh.
Be good, Josh. See you tomorrow. So the DC, let me tell you, the DC solicits, when I got them, I was like, well, that can't be right. I quadruple check, like maybe they're hiding out somewhere else. I've never seen that many or that amount of books. 8 books. There was 8 books in that solicitation. So maybe I think that, can you keep that for a second? I think
I'll start.
Right now they are restructuring. So it means that what they're probably going to do is finish out the projects. That's why we're seeing a lot of things in the catalog. At least this is my way of thinking. The catalog is showing us things like Who is Wonder Woman by Alan Heinberg, which was a deluxe edition that was originally in the catalog last year. Then they pulled it out of the catalog, so we thought it was canceled, but here we go. It looks like it's back there. So it looks like they're going back to these projects they've been working on, and they're playing catch up. It is really weird that even when I think the least amount of books since I've been doing the solicits was 14 from DC, which is night and day compared to where they were 10 years ago. But 14 books, I was like, ooh. And that's back when people were starting rumors of DC's ending. And I remember looking at the 8 collected editions for December, and I said, oh, man, here we go. Use all the gas those people need for that fire to start that going again. Yeah, I hope that this is a restructure moment and that they are going to finish out old projects. Let's see. Thanks, everyone. This is really the best community on YouTube. As for starting a gang, that's clearly the best way to pivot career-wise.
Who
would win in a fight? Oh, that was a good question. Oh, man. Who would win a fight, Moon Knight or Daredevil? Daredevil.
I'm trying to find it in FedEx again. I started and then something happened.
There it is. Omar, maybe sometime you should. There we go. Omar, maybe sometimes you should make a video that explains more of what you know about the process of Marvel. May help viewers get less emotional about certain things. Yeah, and that's also, that would be up to them too. Like, you know, I don't want to put anybody, I don't want to say things without stepping on anybody's toes. Maybe this way, you know, people don't know that there's no face. But I think sometimes it's good to put a face with a place, right? These are not invisible people. These are real people. And it's a little harder to get mad at somebody when you see their face and you see their side of things. For example, I remember when I had Max on, I remember there were a couple messages saying, hey, man, thanks so much for having Max from Cheap Graphic Novels on. I thought it was a bigger business and I got frustrated. Like, it was really cool. And I think it really does help out. I would love to have, you know, people like Corey or Jeff on. Of course, David. Yep. Absolute 3 Jokers is a surprise to me too, considering the fact that they have a tradition of going from standard hardcover to trade paperback, which, by the way, was also canceled. 610 for Batman is what I gave him a 6 out. Somebody asked me to rate Batman as an occult detective, and I gave him a 6 out of 10. Occult being the key word. And then I went on a whole tangent about how Tim Drake is a better detective, and then how Scooby-Doo might have been a better detective. But boy, that got people riled. People got riled up over that one.
The dog.
So yeah, we have a tradition of going from standard hardcover to trade paperback to deluxe edition, and we're jumping from like point A to D, and I think they forgot about trade paperback because that was canceled and was never back on the trail again. And then there was no deluxe edition. It's crazy. That's his last name, Sergeant Savage.
Logan's mad at you for making him watch the rap from Teen Witch. Yeah, I watched it too.
Oh, it's so bad. Also, Omar also hates America. Also taken out of context. This is how people get canceled. Scooby-Doo is about an 8.5 detective out of 10. I mean, considering how many cases he's closed. And none of them villains come back either. Unlike the Joker, unlike Two-Face, they keep coming back. All of Scooby-Doo's villains still rotting in prison. I said what I said. Hey, Omar, what are your top 5 modern 2000 and later X-Men related things to read? Looking to dive into it a bit more. Man, I'm actually going to work on that video. But honestly, House and Powers of X gets my seal of approval. I love that book. Kieran Gillen's run on X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. Cullen Bunn's Magneto series is phenomenal. Not enough people talk about that series. Great. It's a throwback to a lot of those classic X-Men by Claremont issues. That's another series that I really enjoyed. I really liked the the Madrox miniseries. I thought that was really good. And the Tim Seeley Shatterstar series. Ain't nobody talking about those. And of course, nobody talks about them anymore because everything was revamped by the time House and Powers of X came about. But those are some of my, maybe I should do some hidden gems on some of those because those trade paperbacks are still easy to find. But in about 5 years' time, when nobody cares, those trade paperbacks are going to be about $100 and something, like the Psylocke miniseries. Hey, Omar, I tried the TMNT IDW collection too, and I saw it went out of stock. Are they reprinting those? My name's kind of hard, so you could say Deb. Okay, Deb, thank you for that. Those are supposed to be evergreen, especially with they're doing another one. It's coming out later this year. Thanks so much for the recommendation. I love hearing your thoughts on these early Saturday streams. Thank you. I'm surprised my brain is up. And you said 5 years, by the way. So that was a little harder. I like the way that you said limited me to 5 years because 5 years is like yesterday to me. But really, it happened a while back.
If Dan
how dare you, Final Shadow? How dare you?
If Dan Aykroyd had some limitations put in place on Nothing But Trouble, it would have been a better movie. Sometimes you have to put limitations in place for creativity to funnel. Because I watched the video.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Occult Detectives, I just started the Joe Gollum Occult Detective Omnibus from Dark Horse this morning. Went in completely blind. 200 pages in. Dude, I still haven't got my copy. I think they're supposed to send me that one. Dark Horse has been really good to work with. Excited to get Absolute Green Arrow and Absolute New Frontier in the mail. My buddy Joe, actually, I'm going to stay with him. He sold me his copy of the new Absolute New Frontier because the copy I have is the older version. And I cannot find my freaking Green Arrow and Green Lantern Absolute. I think my wife threw it away. Don't tell her I said that.
Okay. Okay, when's the announcement for the Long Shot Gallery Edition?
I love those.
Today or tomorrow?
Y'all put me in a corner like that. I don't know. I know of a couple of more gallery editions, but I don't know when I can say something. I recently saw Morrison on Late Night. Very funny, very strong accent. Oh, I'm sure they do have a very strong accent. I don't think I'd love to interview Morrison. Thoughts on Alex Ross? Oh my gosh. The man's Here are my thoughts on Alex Ross. We are blessed to have someone like him working in comics. That man could be painting murals at the White House, but instead, he loves funny books. We are blessed to have Alex Ross. And dang, that Fantastic Four Full Circle was so good. And that's the thing, like us, he's a fanboy. So it's his love letter to comics. It's his love letter to the best time of the Fantastic Four, according to him. And I like that. I like that about writers. Jeff Johnson's the same way, the way he writes. Knowing Marvel, since they did One More Day Gallery Edition, should we expect? No, you can expect Trouble Gallery Edition.
Hannah, that did pop up on my feed. I didn't watch it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a YouTube channel.
He does have a YouTube channel, and he talks about, that's where I found out about him using the toys as models for the Fantastic Four. Alex Ross and Bill Sienkiewicz are genuinely brilliant artists who just happen to stumble into the funnies. Another one. Yeah. Maybe I should do a list. These people are too good for me. That's clickbait. Do you have any inkling about the plans and the mapping of Amazing Omni 6 and beyond in relation to the Stern Omnibus? Not yet, but that is a question that I will be asking. First, I wanted to make sure we can add books and see what Marvel says about that. So one battle at a time, because the next one's the Spider-Verse question. Oh, I did get the other question about the Fantastic Four, though, for the people wondering. The Fantastic Four by John Byrne reprint will not be using the new masters from the Masterworks. So for those people that wanted to upgrade just to have better restored artwork, it's not happening this time. Perhaps next time, but not this time around.
Trouble with a capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. At least that's how Mandy Patinkin sings it.
Oh, okay.
Voice of an angel. It's from the Music Man.
Here, let's go with these right here.
Oh my gosh. He's so good. Hello, Melanie, Omar. I like the last Hidden Gems video, and I have 2 suggestions for a future one.
Okay.
Bird King from Dark House.
Is that
Dark
out?
Horse and Ghost Cage from Image. Greetings from Belgium.
Dude, thank you so much. Is Bird King out? I've been looking forward to that book. It looks amazing, and I had no idea if it was out or not yet. Where is it?
So thank you for the suggestion.
I am writing things down, by the way.
Oh, you finally do it on your own instead of telling me write that down.
No, because I fired you from doing that.
Brian's saying that Jeff Johns is the best writer of the past 20 years, most consistent considering the amount of books he wrote.
What was the other one besides Bird King?
It is Ghost Cage from
Ghost
Image.
Cage. Thank you so much. I love doing Hidden Gems because people come in there and are like, oh, you should read this. You should read this. Thank you all.
Timmy, we don't collect singles. I mean, when I go to the comic shop and I like the cover, I get it. But no, collected editions.
I'll be honest, if I go to conventions, I sometimes, can you reach that one back there for me? Right behind you, says Detective. Yeah. If I go to conventions, I get people to sign stuff for me.
Oh yeah, singles is way better, right? To get signed because you don't have to haul around your Omni.
You all have no idea how much, you all send me singles, and you have no idea how much I appreciate that stuff. This was sent to me. I believe it was if he's still here, Partworks. But this is signed by Alan Grant and Norm Brayfogle. 2 legends that are no longer with us. As of this year, Alan Grant passed away. And now this cover, my gosh, it took me a long time to put it back there because I thought it was almost disrespectful because it shows the gravestones of Alan Grant right here. And I think Brayfogle's right here.
What? When they drew, they put...
Well, yeah, that's what you did, right? As a creator, as a goofy thing. Like you would
Right, why would... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't use somebody else's name.
But yeah, so now it's so weird. So it took me a minute to put it back there. I wanted to for a while, but man. Yeah, so I do love getting singles, like when you all send them. And then when we go to convention, sometimes I get my singles and I take them to get signed instead of lugging my 35 Omnis.
Here, I'll put it back there.
Oh, thank you, love.
You should do more clickbait. You'll never guess what Marvel decides to collect this time. Batman is ranked what out of 10?
No, I don't want to do clickbait. Oh my gosh.
Well, what you said is not clickbait.
There was a funny thing that Amanda and I
super chat
came up with. I can't remember what it was. Thank you, my brother. How do you read Fantastic Four at number 51 and prep for Full Circle? Honestly, there are really only 2 books. Thank you for that, baby. There are really only 2 books I think that you need to read and know a little bit about the Fantastic Four, of course. But yes, definitely Fantastic Four 51 because this is a direct sequel to that. And the issue 106. 107. Fantastic Four 107. I believe that those are the 2 big issues that you need to read to really enjoy, to get most of the Easter eggs in there. And there's a ton because that's what Alex Ross does. He throws in Easter eggs in there.
Another reason that he's great.
Yep.
And Bert, thank you again. And Potworks Comics Reader said it wasn't.
Dang it.
Me.
I'm sorry. Maybe it was my buddy Hondo. Dang it. I'm so sorry. Thank you for sending that to
We
me.
haven't seen Hondo in a while.
No, we have not.
What issue is that?
That is Detective Comics
610.
610, isn't it? Yeah, 610. Let me see. Buenos dias, Omar and Melanie. Are you guys watching Rings of Power? Very impressed with the show, and I'm not even a fan of Lotor.
And him and Amazing Amanda talked about it. He and Amazing Amanda talked about it last night.
Yeah, we're doing our weekly roundup reviews on Friday nights that are live at 8. It's a lot of fun. And we don't always agree on everything. Omar, if you don't mind and have the time, could you do a reading order of Hicksman? What the heck did we call it? It was a cool name.
Hicksman? That's kind of cool.
Or something like that. Yes, of course. And I think I need to update it because I was waiting for more of the hardcovers to be announced. So, yep. It was super laugh hard. Gosh dang it. Dude, I emailed you back, man. And I'm so glad you're here, my brother. And I hope things get better. See, I remember somebody from overseas. Coming to a near mint condition video soon. The top 10 omnis that Marvel and DC would never publish. You won't believe number. Is that what people do? Like they answer their own things? Is that what clickbait is?
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that one.
You won't believe this.
Number 7.
Maybe I need to get a what's it called? A thumbnail person to do it. Thumbnail me. Something. Make it pop.
I've told you that for like 2 years. Morning from Oregon, Omar. Is Cable Soldier X worth picking up?
Not the best run of Cable, but if it does have the best Igor Cordy though artwork, like where he's not drawing 4 issues a month, he could focus on that book. It's got some solid art. Not my favorite run, but it's okay if you could get it pretty cheap. The hardcover, that is. Yeah.
Deb hopes that they release Al Ewing sword in an oversized hardcover.
I hope they release all of Al Ewing in oversized format. You have a feeling that New Mutants might not get an OHC. I hope they get an omnibus of that. I'd like to see that era collected. I mean, it's one of the few that we're missing from. So we have Wolverine, we have X-Force, we have X-Men, we have Excalibur, we have Marauders. We don't have New Mutants. And I remember asking David about that, and he said not yet. But that was late last year. So
hi, Joey. And
what's up, Joey?
I hope that you all are doing well. To Melanie, thank you for your advice last week. You're welcome. Sadly, one of my roommates got sick with COVID. I am okay. Well, I hope the person doesn't have like severe symptoms, right? And I'm glad that you're okay. So
Joey's a really nice guy, really positive.
Rodimus Prime Rib. So you're in a hurricane watch in effect. So it seems I'll have some time to read once the power goes out. Where do you live? Where I think I did see that about a hurricane foreman.
For some reason, I thought he was Puerto Rican, living in Puerto Rico. Do you collect any figures or statues? Yes. No more statues though. Too big.
I love what Mezco Toys is doing with Marvel and DC. I just got their new deluxe Wolverine.
They're the ones that have the clothing. They're cool. Yeah, I haven't gone down that rabbit hole.
Oh, that's what
Jess, yeah. Super Squad D. Yeah. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole, but I go down a lot of rabbit holes, and it's not good.
Do you find any rabbits?
I haven't gotten White Rabbit from Spider-Man from Marvel Legends, so no, I do not. Puerto Riqueño, that's what I thought, brother. Well, man, you stay safe out there, man. Omar, we have 2 Green Lanterns, Silver Age Omnis. What should they do for the Bronze Age Volume 1 when Arrow's in the title? Probably combine it into one. Dude, William had COVID, he said.
Kicked his butt.
I haven't read We Live yet, and Ryan has been asking me about that one. Is it out in collected editions yet? That Bear Ninja book you did this week. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up. That Bear Ninja book you had in your haul from Dixon is on a Comicsgate label. He's making the rounds with CG personalities, and it's such a bummer to hear how bigoted he's become. I don't know anything about the man anymore, dude. All I know is he writes comics. And
Bear Ninja?
Yeah, that's the one that Kyle sent me. And that was gifted to me. So I didn't even know about it.
I'm thinking of Shirtless Bear Fighter.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of. It looks like a fun book. And I don't know anything about him and his bigotry. I've not heard him talk, in 20 plus years. But Chuck Dixon still wrote some of my favorite issues of Nightwing and Batman. So, and Robin, that's a case for me, and I respect anybody that can't, but a case for me that separates the artist from the art. So, and if you can't, I respect that. But I think it's up to the individual to decide who they support. But that one, it was a crowdfunded book. My sister sent greetings to you. Well, thank you, Rafa. I appreciate that. What's up, Keenan? How are you, my brother? Hey, I told them we were busy. I can't meet today, man. But morning, y'all. How was your date day yesterday? Our kids are too young to do that. Jealous. Oh, man.
Oh, so does Keenan have like?
He's got the baby, remember?
Yeah. Yes. Keenan!
Oh my gosh, your brain.
I know, right? I have 150 names to remember just at work. Yes. Thank you for asking. It was amazing. We went to it's not Van Gogh, it's Van Gogh.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Immersive experience, and it was way better than I was expecting. Oh my goodness, his paintings being projected on a room 360, even on the floor, and like VR tour of like where he lived, and cool. These paintings were here. This is where he painted this, and then we just went to go get lunch, and all of a sudden, oh, there's the Cincinnati Oktoberfest festival going on.
That was nice. That was a surprise. We're like,
oh, okay, so we'll do this for the afternoon. So it was a lot of fun.
So William is saying I'm in the Dominican Republic. We're next. Fiona, have mercy. Is that what the hurricane is called? Dude, I am so sorry. When you said Fiona earlier, I thought you were making a joke about Fiona Staples.
That's what I thought for a second. Now it makes sense. So I really, yeah, you guys will be okay. Yeah, you'll be okay. Howard said, "Hey guys, love the channel. Beginner question: Omnibus plastic on or off when collecting?"
You mean whenever you buy it and you put it up on the shelf? I will say this. I always check my Omnis to make sure there's no misprints, there's nothing wrong with them, there's nothing bad going on with them. So I at least open them up and stretch the spine. At least do that. I've heard so many horror stories of people buying an omnibus, shelving it, and then 5 years later, they're like, oh, I'm finally to that part of Green Lantern or X-Men that I can read it. And they go and get it out, and it's got a huge misprint. So, yeah.
Keenan says, crazy. I did a behind-the-scenes tour of that show last month. Really? We had work connections to see how it all works. It's amazing. Oh, it is I was amazing. Like, how long did it take for them
to animate that
half hour of his paintings? And, oh, we got some great pictures. Oh, I loved it. That's really cool that you saw behind the scenes. Hey guys, love the channel. Quit smoking cigarettes during the pandemic and started buying Marvel Omnis with the extra money. Wow. That's a commercial right there. Almost done with my X-Men collection. Great content, guys. Good for you. That's great. Let's see. The ultimate clickbait birthday would be a Twitter post saying, you will never believe where All-Star Batman and the Dark Knight Strikes Again landed on my top 15.
That's a big title. Here's the thing. To the cigarette gentleman that gave up on cigarettes, that is a great way to reward yourself for giving up something, whether it's alcohol or whether it's cigarettes, whatever it is. I remember telling my brother that, because he was trying to quit. I'm like, if you're trying to quit, take the money that you would have spent on packs of cigarettes and then buy yourself something really nice. Buy yourself something. So you went from one addiction to another, but this one
is healthier.
It's healthier for you, brother.
John, how are you doing? Thank you for the super chat. And you get Psylocke.
Just bending over? What's she doing?
Why is it? Oh, she's not moving.
Oh my gosh.
Well, there she is. Pretend she's like flipping and kicking from the
X-Men video game.
Yes.
Speaking of shirtless bear fighter, are you excited to read the new series currently ongoing when it is collected? Yes, I am. I love that book. I love shirtless bear fighter. We both reviewed it. It was one of my hidden gems. And hopefully when the new series is said and done, we can get a big hardcover of it. Treat yourself. That's right, man. Be good to yourself.
God,
and treat yourself with some kindness. Good morning, Omar and Melanie. Hope your Saturday is going well. Just got the Elvis movie on 4K Blu-ray. Love the King and his music. I yet to finish it. I honestly had no idea it was that artsy when I started watching it. Seriously, I thought it was just an Elvis biography. Every omnibus I own is a symbol of a sensible choice made instead of a... Yes,
hedonistic one.
Get those likes up, my people, my happy people. Support this wonderful channel. Thank you, William. Do you think we'll get another absolute Green Lantern Green Arrow featuring the rest of Dennis O'Neil's run? Are the Fantagraphics IDW Usagi Yojimbo books now coming to Dark Horse? As far as I know, they still have the rights to the first 7 volumes. So I don't think they're going to go to Dark Horse. Absolute Green Lantern Green Arrow, I don't know. That's a big I don't know, man. That's up in the air. Let's see. Let's do these two. Omar, did you ever figure out if the AVX Omni is in the same reading? It is. I think it is. When I was looking at the titles, it looks like it's in the same order. So it looks like they just put the 2 OHCs together. So if that helps you decide whether you want to purchase it or not. Or is it different? Also, when is the overview coming out? The overview for that one will be out sometime later. It'll be next month. Because I want to get it closer to release date. The overview for Hellions will be out next Tuesday. This coming Tuesday.
Jack, I didn't take it as judgmental, just like making healthier choices, right? That's the way I took it.
Yeah.
And Andrew, I don't even know where it is. He's asking.
My eyes always coming on that Extreme X-Men behind you. Can you move him in a different place, please?
Nope.
I ain't moving Extreme X-Men. What if he falls?
So is Joe Gollum worth it? The New Spooky Channel is saying that it was.
Oh, okay.
Right? 200 pages in.
Yeah, he was digging it. I haven't gotten my review copy yet. I've been waiting to read that one because it looks so different than all the other Mignola stuff.
How close are y'all to McRoberts, Kentucky? It's where I was born and where my dad mined coal for 20 years. So I'm going to think that's Eastern Kentucky, right? Not close then. I don't know where McRoberts, Kentucky is, brother. I guess it's small, right?
Yeah.
But that's where you're born. Kentucky's beautiful. Just saying that. Newsweek.
So that, and that.
Okay. Newsweek Channel says, I finally saw Thor Love and Thunder this Wednesday, the last showing at a local theater. I heard people didn't like it, but I thought it was great, even more than Ragnarok.
Wow, Newsweek Channel really liked it.
Love plus Thunder. Hammer time. Oh, I figured it out.
Good for you. That's all that matters.
Omar, do you know why there wasn't a saga of Kamala Khan? Oh, this is a good question. Book when her show was out. It doesn't look like she's getting one for the film either. You announced a Carol and Monica saga.
I did. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't have an omnibus. Maybe I'm going to remind David about this character. Because it feels like, and honestly, what may happen is instead of getting a volume 2 of the omnibus, they're just going to give us an all-in-one omnibus with all Wilson's run on her book. Extreme X-Men is due out next month. Although, again, does it really matter if you have a first or second printing of an omnibus, especially if the first is out of print? I think it's really a matter of taste and what you like. I think some people go after the first printing because they have thicker pages sometimes. Sometimes it's the spine that drives it. But do your research, because sometimes second printings are better than the first ones. And then sometimes third printings fall apart. And I think, like, for me, I got the latest printing of 52 because my new 52, the first one they were notorious for having bad spines.
What? Couldn't find enough issues of Kamala wearing a Green Lantern ring? Wait, is he making a joke about Green Lantern?
Maybe.
Sorry, Cody, I don't get it.
Maybe it's her powers in a show.
Ever been interested in... Oh, because she's got the bracelet.
Well, not that one. Yeah, the bracelets.
Have you guys ever been interested in reading fantasy novels? I tried in high school. They're not like, is it called high fantasy? It's not for me. However, well, I mean, I did listen to Game of Thrones. That's fantasy. Right? Did you read fantasy novels?
I was a big fan of the Prydain Chronicles. Of course, Lord of the Rings.
I never read Lord of the Rings.
C.S. Lewis? That's fantasy, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. When I think fantasy,
Narnia is totally fantasy.
Oh goodness, no, it's real, Omar.
Okay,
you went.
I married a psycho. Hey, that's good clickbait. I married a psycho.
The moon is hollow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Watch a 15-year-old on YouTube telling you the moon
He's
is
not 15,
holler.
he was like in the 40s.
Whatever. Anyway, Omar, thinking about upgrading my Batman trades to Omnis, which would be a good first Batman Omni? Nightfall, if they were still in stock. No Man's Land, since they're now back in print. Yeah. Although No Man's Land 2 had a short print run than the first one. So get your orders in. Just saying. I don't want you to miss out on that one. I think that one will be not reprinted, but it will show back up again. It'll be restocked.
Max is asking, what's the future of Star Wars Omnis will be coming out from the most recent solicits?
All I have is August. And I don't know if I have seen any Star Wars Omnis in there. Right? Because I announced Dr. Aphra 2 and all those other, New Republic and Empire 2. So those are coming. That's Italy. Yes. Kamala's great. I love a new Omni of her material. Champions 2016. Oh, Champions 2016. Thank you. I like that series.
Has David Gabriel said if new Frank Miller Daredevil Omni is using Masterworks art?
I don't know. That's a good question. I thought I asked. No, I asked him about the Fantastic Four by Byrne. And that one is not. So I will ask again.
Darnie is definitely fantasy. I don't know. And fantastic.
Not according to my wife. My wife thinks it's real.
Yeah, it's real. What are you talking about?
I
like my closet.
I don't know.
Cryptic, on the topic of novels, what are you guys' all-time favorite novels? If it's too hard to give a top 5. Oh, yeah. To Kill a Mockingbird, and Wrinkle in Time series, and Chronicles of Narnia. And, man, I'm really digging Space Odyssey. It's becoming one of my favorites. Well, I really like short stories. Here, go ahead.
Man, this is hard. I'm the Book of Three. I love that book for the Prydain Chronicles. So this is The Storm of Swords, the third book in the Song of Ice and Fire. That one's excellent. Confederacy of Dunces.
Nope. Tried 3 times to read it. I was like, I cannot stand him.
Confederacy of Dunces is one of my favorite books of all time. I'm a big fan of Flannery O'Connor, like her short stories.
Oh yeah, I bought you collection.
Oh my gosh. And probably For Whom the Bell Tolls. Those are some of my favorite. Dang it, I should have gone with The Stand. The Stand is a freaking masterpiece. I love The Stand.
In the place where you live. No,
that's not it.
Direction. Hi, thank you for the super chat. And let me hear
Matthias.
You go ahead.
Have you read the solicit for Dark Crisis Big Bang? They called Mark Waid DC architect. I wonder if he will be in charge of the reboot. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've heard about the reboot, and it's just one of these things that I'm like, maybe I'm in disbelief. Like, surely they're not gonna revamp it, right? They're not gonna revamp it again. They just revamped it for the rebirth, and then what? Okay. But if Mark Waid is in charge, I'm good with that, because he did the history of the DC universe. My goodness, that man is a walking freaking encyclopedia. So if anybody's in charge, somebody likes Dune, of reshaping that universe, it's in good hands if it's Mark Waid.
Hannah, that was the one. Actually, I can't say I didn't like it because it's the one book in high school I didn't read, but I read the Spark Notes and I was like, this does not sound good.
You see, kids, before there was the internet, we had
Spark Notes.
Cliff Notes. Hey. Who the heck is Spark? Is that like the spam version of?
Maybe that's the internet version then. Yeah, it was Cliff Notes. It was Cliff Notes. It was an actual book. And I did a project and I only got a B, and I was like, whatever. I should have gotten an A, and I did read the book.
You read Hunger Games. I remember.
Yes, I liked it. Not the third one, just my opinion. I felt like it became a different type of book. And I was liking the first 2, the way that it was set up. So, yeah, and it's a quick read and, all that kind of good stuff. Hemingway. Yep, Hemingway.
Absolutely.
You're saying about the bell tolls.
Oh, I love Hemingway.
For whom the bell tolls.
He was such a interesting guy. I heard Space Odyssey.
Do you think they'll ever reprint Jack Kirby's 2001?
That's one of my most wanted gallery editions. Love it. Boomers.
No, I don't. But then I never read it. So
Am I a boomer?
Wait, what
Gen X,
say the name of the wind?
Gen X.
That's the one that Heather and Tina tried reading, right?
With Tommy. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Heather and Tommy. That's awesome. You like it? They tried reading it because they heard so many good things.
A lot of people like it. A lot of people like it.
And they didn't like
Just
it
not
very
their
much.
cup of tea. They don't have to.
But they tried.
See, this is my theory too, man. They don't have enough time to rebuild anything, and then they're going to blow it up again in 2 years. But maybe they're going to stick to their guns. I thought Rebirth was it. I'm like, this is it. This is the perfect reboot. We got classic characters back. We got new characters that are still in there. How do they go? Anyway.
Let's see. What's this? Can't go past the Rift War cycle by
Feist. I've not read that. Who did Blade Runner comic from Marvel back in the day? I can't remember. Oh, I don't know. Was there a Blade Runner comic? Is that you?
Oh.
What's up?
Well, they are done and they're heading to Chick-fil-A.
So you got to go?
Yep, I got to go, folks. Go pick up my daughter.
All right.
Because they did scavenger hunt
with the knife
and for her friend's birthday. They had to be there at 8 a.m. So it was so nice to talk to you guys. And
oh my gosh, I got to do this by myself. This is so hard. Okay.
Now y'all won't get random.
Yeah, now I'm gonna be like 35 freaking. I'm gonna see if Tina can jump on.
No, she's at the Twilight Festival.
Tina is?
Yeah.
Gosh, dang it! All right.
You won't get random songs stuck in.
And then there was one, just the Uncanny Omars, what you have here. I love you, baby. Thank you for being here. Oh man,
here I'll open.
You can be a boomer if you're from Asmic World. If anyone gets that reference, you win 2 Omni, no prizes.
Ooh.
Archie Goodwin and Al Williamson did Blade Runner. Thank you, Dana. I'm so glad you're in the chat. Yo, Omar, please tell me that I can read Phoenix Saga Omnibus after Uncanny 1. Yeah. Because Uncanny 1 ends right before the beginning of this Phoenix Saga. So you're good. Omar, did you ever hear? I didn't. I actually emailed them because my contacts have left at TKO. So I emailed the guy that was completely in charge of that. And let's see.
Bye, guys.
I love you. Let's see. So I will be asking them again. By the way, we do have a PO box if you want to send donations and things like that. Our PO box is near mint condition. PO Box 1678, Versailles, Kentucky 40383. This is from Andy. Omar and Melanie, please see the enclosed comics for giveaways. I usually donate to my local library, but these volumes are all mature adult 18 plus, so it would be difficult for the public library. Great job with the channel. Thank you so much. And speaking of giveaway, our celebration of 70,000, our big thank you to all you wonderful folks that have helped get us here, will be on October 1st. Saturday, October 1st. Mark your calendars at 11 a.m. And it'll kick off. We'll do an early Patreon thing at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. So we have Criminal Macabre. Oh, there's a lot of books in here. What's this one here? Oh, the first compendium of DMZ. Wow. That is so nice. There's a lot of books in here. Thank you so much, Andy. Oh, dude, you're giving this away. This is great. Out. You know, I don't think I've got. I may have to read that one. Gung Ho. Before I give that one away, this is the one I've been wanting to read. The Machno. That's from Humanoids. There's Amazing Tales from the Crypt from the EC Archive. The new one from Dark Horse. Let's see here. Clive Barker's Next Testament Omnibus. I didn't even know that was out. It's from Boom. And DC Comics, The Conjuring. Dude, there are books in here I don't have. Andy, hit me up. Can I keep 1 or 2 of these? There it is. That's what I thought you meant by mature when I saw your note. There's Aftershock, Shock Treatment, and I believe this is the TKO book, Lonesome Days, Savage Nights. That came out last October, I believe. This is the one that I thought you were talking about. Crossed. Yeah, I don't think the library would take that one. Saga, which is phenomenal. Should be in everybody's library. Shout out to Fiona Staples. Oh, this is 100%. I've been wanting to read this too. Vertigo. And wow. This just came out. Razor Blades. My dude, this is so awesome. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, these will be part of our giveaway for sure. So again, the giveaway is October 1st, Saturday, October 1st at 11 a.m. We'll be doing the Patreon part at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, with that being said, I also have another announcement to make. I think I've talked about this a little bit, and that it. Hold on, just a second. I do not want to watch Thor: Love and Thunder since it pokes fun at cancer, as well as there being child soldiers. Sorry for repeating. I just want your opinion on Omar and Melanie. I wasn't a fan of Love and Thunder, but I'm glad for the people that enjoyed it. It doesn't really poke fun at cancer. It just pokes fun at everything. It's a weird type of humor that I didn't really enjoy, but there are people that did, so that's something to keep in mind. Next Sunday, so we're looking at next Sunday on September 25th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna have an auction, and this is Nick from Dynamite. He's we did one last year, and all the proceeds we earned from that went to the Stop Bullying campaign, which is a wonderful place to donate money to. This time around, we are donating money to the Rachel Pollack GoFundMe. Her cancer has returned. She was a writer on Doom Patrol. She's getting an omnibus of that. Hopefully she'll get a copy to see it. But her cancer came back and she needs help. She's a wonderful creator. So every bit of money that we're going to make from that, as far as near mint condition from the auction next Sunday at 12 p.m., will go to Rachel Pollack's GoFundMe. And if you don't even want to, bid on anything or buy anything, then I will put the GoFundMe link in the description of the video so you can just, donate money for that. It's a horrible thing that's happening to her, and it's a small way we can try to help out these creators. So, yeah, it sucks. I know I've been talking to Joe, who's a really good friend of hers, and it's just, yeah. Omar, when is the X Factor 2 or Miracle Man Omni overviews? I haven't gotten my copies yet, so hopefully sometime soon. Sometime soon, I hope. Been really enjoying Blade of the Immortal Omnibus. Got any recommendations for stuff like that? Vagabond from Viz, Vinland Saga, and of course Berserk. But I'm pretty sure you already read Berserk. Daredevil by Zdarsky will be out late next year, Volume 4. Do you think DC will release any more Justice League Omnis to follow on from JLI Omni 2? I hope so, because there's enough for a third one and enough for a fourth one. So I really hope so. And it wouldn't be a Volume 5. It would be like the world of Krypton, the world of Smallville, and the world of Metropolis. Maybe they can call it a companion. Omar, do you think we'll get 90s Morbius Omni? Maybe if that movie did better. I don't know. Maybe one day. Joe, you take care, buddy. Could a reason Iron Man Omnis don't sell well is the last few have been unremarkable runs? They keep passing up on the more popular runs for some reason. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I would love to see a follow-up to the David Michelinie, Bob Layton, John Romita Jr. run, of course. So I don't know. Oh, any news on the Dark Horse manga you mentioned? Not yet. They are going to make their announcement, and then, of course, I can talk about it. But I'm excited. And it's a good thing that they're looking at things that, to acquire licenses and licenses that have expired. Bring them back. New here. Hey, guys, how's it going? Adversity Art. Superman Space Age 1 is the best comic. Oh, what? That's the... yeah, it's what's his name, right? Madman. Like, he did that one, right? With somebody else writing it, I think. I don't like almost anything Phase 4. Only Doctor Strange 2 was decent. Oh, you guys are talking about the movie. My bad. I'm jumping in here. Let's see. I don't think I want to read any Berserk that isn't written or... I felt the same way, Jack. That isn't written or drawn by Miura. But, it's Berserk, and I'm going to. And it sucks. It's not going to be the same, but at least his spirit will be there. So it is Mike Allred. That's what I thought. Okay. Mark Russell is writing it. Oh, I can't wait to see that. I'm hoping Trigon and Gantz get deluxe editions. Maybe. They haven't even finished Eden yet. I'm excited but I have no idea why. Fingers crossed for Kingdom or Lime Wolf news. Oh man, Kingdom would be awesome. I've seen art of that. What do you think of the Curse of the White Knight series? I like it. It's fun. You should do a state of manga and talk about how distribution has changed in the last 2 or 3 years, which is why you can't get manga. Manga is everywhere, man. Manga is it Target, Dark Horse, Walmart? Yeah, comics were there once too. Somebody say Iron Man. Omar, remind David we need more Iron Man. Okay. Oh no. Don't say anything. I haven't read them yet. Non-Mura chapters have been mid. Oh no. I would love to get Madman Library Editions eventually. Love Alred's art. They are expensive though. They are $100 for those books. Whew, those are pretty expensive books. Do you have any type of Patreon? Ask me anything where I can ask questions like, if Jennifer Walters gets here, does She-Hulk also get? Yes, we do have a Patreon. Yes. It is in the description of this video. We have different tiers for people to join. So thank you for that, James. Thank you for that plug. Get Marvel to finish putting out Matt Fraction's Iron Man in any format. People love that run. I just thought it was okay. But I get it. People really love that run. So I'm surprised they haven't done that, honestly, with that artwork by Salvador La Roca. I'm surprised they have not done that. Conan Omnibus Volume 8. I thought I was going to do it this week, but I think there were some DC books that snuck in there, so I'm trying to get them done. Ever thought of getting a 3D resin printer for those custom statues? No, sir. No, not me. Have you heard about Astro City? I have been hearing about Astro City hardcover for the last 7 years. The fact that Kurt Busiek actually gave a date of next year would be awesome. Seriously. Like, the fact that it looks like we might actually be getting it. Like, he gave us a date of late next year. Which is great. Turned in 3 long boxes of books 2 weeks ago. I'm going to turn in 3 more tomorrow at the same comic store for some cash and space. And since I already have the Omnis, also got to save a trip to... Dude, saving a trip to Japan gives you goals. Iron Man Centric. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. Where's that second volume? All right, we are halfway through the show. Now I just need to remind everybody, if you live in Europe and you want to buy cheap books, check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're out of Berlin, Germany. They have the cheapest pre-order prices for Marvel and DC big books within the EU. Flat rate shipping of €12 for all EU countries. And all emails will be answered within 24 hours. You head over to Walt's Comic Shop and type in the code near mint condition, all one word, at checkout for free shipping for all EU countries with your first order of over €40 or more. That's Walt's Comic Shop, reliable source for Omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, there, ting. Under the ting, you can tell Melanie. Those bookshelves are minty fresh. No, these bookshelves are Kalax's. Yes, no spoilers for Cobra Kai. Wait, are people talking about Cobra Kai? It was great. I liked it. That's it. Do you think there will ever be a John Ostrander Spectre omnibus? We can't even get a freaking John Ostrander Suicide Squad, and it's had 2 movies and a freaking Peacemaker TV show. But hopefully one day. My week, thank you, Immortal Ibsy. My week's been okay, man. Ups and downs, but it's been okay. Standing strong. What are the 90 Midnight Suns collected editions coming out? Oh, one is already out. The Rise of the Midnight Suns. That one came out. It was reprinted, but it came out, oh my goodness, about 3 or 4 months ago. Where have your Transformers hardcover? Oh, my daughter's in the process of reading them. She's in book 6 right now. I'm so proud of her. Omar, the Black Sat hardcovers evergreen? No, they're not. That's one that they're trying to get back to print, but not evergreen. Or at least I haven't heard they're going to reprint them. Great choice. Oh, okay. Without spoiling, who was your MVP for Cobra Kai Season 5? For me, it was Chosen. Dude, I love Chosen. All these characters. There was a surprise return of a character that I'm not going to spoil, but it was just so happy to see. And it's funny, when I told people to go watch a video last week, and Black Sat is incredible. Should I stop buying the TMNT books in anticipation of an Omni? Well, they've gotten 2 Omnis, and keep in mind, their Omnis for these are soft covers, though. So there are 2. There's a second one that's coming out. I don't know if they're going to continue that route. I don't know what they're doing. They don't. they haven't stopped making them, and they haven't said anything about losing the rights to TMNT. So far, it's just Transformers and G.I. Joe that we know of. What are my top must-have Omnis of this year? New Warriors Omnibus 2 and Wolverine 3. Every year at the end of the year, I do my favorite collected editions, and then I do my favorite reads. This year, I want to involve other YouTubers to join me by talking about one book, like what was their favorite book that they read. Well, I like for them to talk about what they read if they read it, right? But not everybody reads. I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna actually Taylor's gonna help me with that. Reach out to some YouTubers to see if they want to do a collab video together. That'd be fun. I'm late. Are you making a 7 to Eternity overview? Yeah, that will be out tomorrow. Oh my god, that book is huge. That book is huge, man. IDW is supposed to be keeping the OHCs evergreen. Of TMNT, yes, they are. My brother, thank you so much for the super chat. Got my FF Full Circle slip plays from Walt's Comic Shop. I heard he had a couple over there. That book has become freaking impossible to find. And what happened was that book wasn't supposed to come out until October. They pushed it up to September, so it threw me for a loop. I was like, what? It's out? And then by the time I got my copy, people were messaging me like, it's limited to 3,000. Is it gone? And I think most people are now looking at comic book stores. So the overview for 7 to Eternity will be out on Sunday. Any idea why Marvel isn't using any of the J. Scott Campbell covers for Black Cat Omni? Those covers sold that book. I really don't know, my brother. I don't know. Samuel, what's up, man? Omar, I just bought Wolverine Volume 1. I read the Claremont Miller issues before. The rest is new. How are the stories in 2? Ups and downs. 3, solid. 3 have my that's my favorite run of Wolverine. Issue 34, best standalone Wolverine issue. I love that issue. Blood and Claws. Hemingway, baby. And then you have the whole thing with Cable, the Sabretooth. Finally, they just come out and say what Sabretooth is to Wolverine. The return to Weapon X, like the freaking Shiva scenario that goes to issue 50. Oh my gosh. Larry Hama, Mark Silvestri. I love those issues. Love those issues. Volume 2, seriously, ups and downs, man. There's some good ones, but really the one of the biggest selling points was The Jungle Adventure by Walter Simonson and Mike Mignola. Oh my gosh, did that kick butt. Can you ask David if we can get an Iron Man and Giant Man Mighty Marvel Masterworks? I know they don't have an Iron Man. We have like Namor. That's crazy. And Captain Marvel. Omar, I don't like anime, manga. I don't mean for this to be racist, but can you recommend some manga that are normal? I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand your question. What do you mean normal, brother? If you don't like manga or anime, are you talking about like over the top like tropes that they use in their manga and anime? Describe to me what normal means to you. Like, what are some of your favorite books so I can go from there? Because that's a really interesting question. It's the only difference in Full Circle. Yes, the slipcase and the print and the back. That's the biggest question. Which Wolverine Omni is the Mike Mignola issue in? That is in Wolverine Omnibus Volume 2. It's the Jungle Adventure. It also has a Reign of Terror, which is phenomenal. Maybe do you mean slice of life? Like that normal? Like there's no superheroes, there's no monsters to fight. Is that what you mean by normal? My definition of normal is a lot more. I'm a pretty abnormal dude. Omar, is it safe to say that Larry Hama is your favorite? Yes. Larry Hama is my favorite Wolverine author. Absolutely. Despite him also being there when I left the comic and the no-nose Wolverine. Oh my gosh. Whatever. You got to roll with the punches whenever you're working with editorial. Yeah. Monster is amazing, but you got to get into it. That is a psychological mind trip. Has anybody read Knights of Pendragon? I'm waiting for the omnibus because I've never read it. I love it that I've never read any of these issues, and there's a whole country that has read these books and stories that I know nothing about. Kind of feel like that about Judge Dredd, though. Are there noir comics that are appropriate for kids your oldest daughter's age? Noir. she likes cats. And I almost said, well, maybe Black Sat, but there is some sexual content within Black Sat. Nothing gratuitous, right? It's all classy. But Dimitri, how are you, my brother? Long time no see, Omar. Hope you and your family are doing well. Like button. Yeah, thank you, man. And thank you for reminding people to smash that like button. That does really help out. Do you think we'll see the second King Conan epic? The first one was amazing. I know. I love that the King Conan. And the first one also has stories that are not collected in the Colossal King Conan, too. I love the way they were mapping those. They're mapped in great order. Hama, Way, Aaron are no, I do not like Daniel Way. Daniel Way is like somewhere at the bottom of that pot. Come on, Cody. What are your thoughts on MCU Blade being PG-13? I'm okay with it. I mean, if you think about this, man. Think about this. People that are like, oh, we need Wolverine to be rated R. We need all these movies to be rated R for mature. Like, the comics that they're based on are not rated R. There's not, I mean, yes, there are some max lines out there, but the comics, the basis of these movies are not mature comics. They're teen, not even like older teen. So I'm okay with a PG-13. They can do magic with it. Do I want to see a rated R Blade movie and Wesley Snipes? Yeah, maybe they're just, gearing it up. So, for everybody, not just people that like adult type of horror movies. Still no news on Transformers. No, sir. Nothing yet. And what's weird is that Larry Hama knows because he's writing G.I. Joe continuing for the new publisher. He's very vague about it. He just said whomever that may be, honestly. Omar, you read any of Hama's recent G.I. Joe? I haven't. I was waiting for a collection. Comic Cowboy Bebop is rather grounded compared to other anime. Absolutely. I don't mean to be anti-Squirrel Girl. Is this how we're going to start all the questions? But can you recommend some Squirrel Girl comics that are normal? Yeah, the Steve Ditko ones. All right, let's see here. Any recommendations for some horror, thriller, suspense comics? Every year I do like my hidden gems that are horror-centric or books that are horror-centric that I've been enjoying. Ice Cream Man, pick up that anthology, man. It is freaking awesome. I love it. I also hate people who call Wolverine Wolvie, or a new one for me, calling Wonder Woman Wondy. That's even worse. I don't mind. Growing up in comics, man, people call comic characters whatever. You feel connected to these characters, so you feel like they're your best friends, right? So yeah, calling Wolverine Wolvie, I'm okay with that. I think I do it. Speaking of Conan, new Savage Avengers series has been really good. Dude, but he's not in it for long, right? He's not in it for long. What would your number one manga to get the deluxe? Oh, number one. I wanted to do my top 10. That list is hard. I mean, of course, I think of things like, oh my God, it's things that have already been printed. But the number one that I think that deserves the spot that people need to know about, oh man, is Appleseed. I haven't heard people talk about Appleseed. I'm old though, man, dude. I'm a guy in my 40s. I grew up with manga when it was in single issue format in the late 80s, early 90s. So for me, Appleseed, dude. I love that stuff. Masami Ushiro. Of course, most people probably know Masami Ushiro because of Ghost in the Shell. But before that, there was Appleseed, baby. Then he also did Dominion Tank Police. I would like to see that. But I have a whole list in my head of all these things that deserve to be in deluxe hardcover editions. Lone Wolf and Cub. Yeah. Oh, man, I'd love to see Memories collected in oversized hardcover format. That is Katsuhiro Otomo, the gentleman that did Akira. Nobody talks about that. Now I want Maddie to be called Wendy Matt. Yeah, dude, if I feel connected to Wolverine, I ain't never going to call him James. You know why? Because my Wolverine, my Wolvie, I said it, is freaking Logan. Not James Howlett. I know, I get it. But the Wolverine I grew up with was Logan. No, I don't think I've ever go. Patch. I'll do Patch too. What's the best Suicide Squad run? Oh my goodness. I'm not kidding. John Ostrander's classic run, man. So good. So good, and people to this day still talk about it, man. To this day. I agree. Lone Wolf and Cub does need it, my brother. Show t-shirt now with Stan and no show my super chat. Don't show your super chat. It's just Dragon Ball Z. It's Goku with little Goku right there. Why do I have that up? Nobody told me about the banner being up. Or you can email us pictures@newmancon@gmail.com, by the way. Right now, what I need to do is I need to show you all some of the things that we're going to have on the auction for next Sunday. Again, we aren't making any money from it, Near Mint Condition. We are donating all of it to Rachel Pollack and her funds. So wishing her a speedy recovery. She's a wonderful creator and a wonderful person. So let me just show you a couple things. This is what we're going to have: original artwork in here, original comic book pages. They're going to be auctioned off on Sunday, October 25th, and it's open to worldwide. It's going to be like the last time. You bid on things. I think some things is his. I love that. That is so cool. So there's going to be some collected editions in there too. Nick's going to be joining us for that. We did it last year, and it went to a good cost last year. It went out to Stomp Bullings. There's some 9.8 comics in there, some Deadpool, some Spawn, some Red Sonja, so things like that. These are the things they're going to be auctioning off. Some signed stuff, and then I think he said he's going to donate a couple of things to give away too for this, like if somebody buys something. So that will be again next Sunday, September 25th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then some single issues, like, oh man, I don't need that in my life. I saw these X-Men, I'm like, I used to have this stuff. Oh, like that 120. Dude, I mean, I still have most of this, but anyway. So stuff like this is what's going to be auctioned off along with some collected editions, and that is again next. Here, let me show you a couple of more pages here. Next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So variant covers and things like that. But it was a lot of fun last time, and Nick he's the one that did it all, so it was really cool. And I think that it's going to go to a good cause. We've been very blessed to have this channel, and it's my way of paying it forward. And my way of also paying it forward is to do our giveaway, which will be on October 1st. Can't wait to do that. I know it wears my wife out because it is really draining. Okay, sorry. Let's see. Is there an Uncanny X-Men Omni? There are several Uncanny X-Men Omnis. One of them being the Uncanny 5, which I'm trying to see what can happen. So let's see. I'll stop talking about manga because if I say it's problems, I would be canceled by manga. No, man. We are open to discussion here. It's okay. That's what this is. Nobody is going to hate on you. Nobody's going to jump your crap, dude. If you don't like manga, that's cool. It's cool. It's not for everybody. I get it. I'm one of my really good friends, a guy that I love and look up to, Jess, Omnidog. Can't stand manga. Can't do it. Still respect and love him. So don't think anybody is going to judge you here, man. Omar, we're blessed. Oh, dude, you're so welcome. I'm blessed to have you all. Omar, with the Ta-Nehisi Coates Captain America Omni coming out, what is your view on the run? Started strong. I liked the first half. I did not like the last half. Even the art took a dip. And I actually like the artist's work. I just, I don't know. I did like his Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda. Seriously, that is really good if you've not read it. All right. Let's see here. And nobody fight, please. Nobody fight. You can disagree on things. I respect people's opinions, but don't name call. And yeah. Back in my day, we used to call it Japanimation. But what is this anime nonsense, man? I remember when the first time I heard anime, I was like, anime? The heck is anime? Japanimation, baby. And yes, don't get personal, please. You can disagree with each other and have, put your thoughts out there, but just no name calling and try to be civil. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. Dear Omar, I don't mean to sound judgmental, but can you please recommend any recent comics having to do with drug addiction on the subject matter? Thanks. There is a book that I think I had it in my hidden gems that I really enjoyed, and it was just addiction in general, and it's called Buzzkill, and it's about a superhero that only has superpowers when he's drunk. And the way that Donny Cates wrote that character, I thought it was a superb way of handling addiction and things like that. So that's the one. I mean, without going the obvious route, right? Which is of course the Green Arrow, Green Lantern story with Speedy. But if you've not read Buzzkill, it's easier to find. It's amazing, and I like the way that it's handled there. Anime just we used to make that joke too. It's just called cartoons in Japan. Is there any Omni that collects Dr. Fate stories? JSA is about the only one. Some of the thank you. This is a really good one. Dang it. I can't believe I did not say this. There was a graphic novel called All My Heroes Have Been Junkies by Ed Brubaker. It's part of the Criminal universe. And if you own Criminal Volume 3, you already have it. That's a good one. And please feel free to comment if you guys have ideas. Spider-Woman 2020. Yeah, it does. It does. That's a book that I was sad to see that it was done, man. I've not read Savage Avengers. I've read the original Savage Avengers, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Putting Conan in a book with Deadpool, Wolverine, it was like my freaking childhood come true. Loved it. How many custom bound Omnis have you done? Have been released after you? Oh man, I remember I've been quoted for this, like saying, "Oh, surely Marvel will never do Excalibur." That's really cool. Over 100. I have a lot. I just never really show them on the channel. Some of them are, custom. Some of the ones I worked on. I haven't worked on any, and it's been years. I just don't have the time to do it anymore. But some of them were gifted to me. Very kind of you all. A lot of viewers reached out and sent me books. Oh, Jacked. I haven't read that. Warning. Vertigo, so it's out of print, are pretty good dealing with drug addiction. Hey, Omar, try to collect X-Men in order with books going in and out of print. It really is difficult. Do you recommend grabbing what's available or saving limited budget for books that I need in order? I recommend you buy what you want to and can afford, my brother. Don't buy things because you have a fear that they're going to go out of print. Buy them and read them, too. Don't just buy things and let them sit on a shelf. X-Men have a tendency to come back to print, especially nowadays. Especially if it's like Uncanny Volume 1, Volume 2. They'll also come back to print. The things that are scarce are things like X of Swords, right? Like that, if you're even remotely interested in, try to buy it when it comes out, at least the first month, because when it goes out of print, who knows when it'll come back to print. Look how many, oh my gosh, the X and House and Powers of X, that book was like the #1 best-selling graphic novel that year for Marvel. It was huge. It was a huge seller, and it's still sold out. That is insane, man. Are the Uncle Scrooge and Donald Duck Don Rosa, they are out of print, but they always reprint them. Every year you get one box reprint, so it's a cycle. Omar, thoughts on Daniel Way's Venom? Do you like the movie The Thing? You've pretty much read that Venom run. Don't forget Stan Lee suspended the Comics Code. Yes, was it 3 issues, I believe, right? And that was in the last Omnibus in Volume 5 because of those issues. He was like, no, we're still going to do them. I considered tracking down the Pendragon to bind. Guess the DH Death's Head 2 related stuff would be next on the list. Do it for me. Oh, dude, Death's Head 2 with Liam Sharp's artwork. Yes, absolutely. Dennis O'Neill's Iron Man run deals heavily with Tony's addiction. And I think that one, that and of course the addiction of Speedy, those are two are regarded as these stories to get when it comes to addiction. Thank you all for recommending a lot of books, by the way. Omar, are we going to get Mike Carey X-Men Omni hopefully in the future? I hope so, brother. I hope so, my dude. Omar, Mike, quick, if Daniel... Did I share that I'm not the biggest fan of David Mack and I got yelled at? I'm pretty sure that happened. Omar, Mike Quick Comics, if Daniel Way and David Mack join to do a Nightwing book. No, man, I'll give it a shot. Can't get any worse than, oh my gosh, Devin Grayson's run on Nightwing. It couldn't be worse than that. I wish reprints were a thing before I spent money on Inferno and Fall of the Mutant. Surprise, Phalanx Covenant hasn't got a reprint. I think it's changed a lot. The status of reprints and the status of Omnis at Marvel. It's a lot easier for new people to start getting these books, and I love it. So it has changed. That may have to do with some crazy guy making YouTube videos in his basement. I don't know. And let's see. If you could snap your fingers and have the complete Uncanny X-Men run in either Omni or Masterworks. Omni. Omnibus, man. I don't know if you I don't know how new you are to the channel, my brother, but I sold my Masterworks because when they did Uncanny Omnibus 2, I was like, yep, they're going to eventually do all these, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these Masterworks. Part of me wishes I still have some, and I still have some now because I do reading orders, and I kind of like to have those missing gaps in my reading orders. So I still have some. Yeah. Any word from Marvel and David about the box set? Dude, I love that you all ask me every week. He said, don't say anything. We may still do it. Yes. So maybe. Surprise. Did that get voted in our top 10? I did see the list for August, and there is a reprint in there, but I can't remember if Secret Warriors made it to the top 10. Biggie Link's coming in Omnibus with that holo. Yo, dude, stop making me rebuy things. Stop it. I would rebuy it for that stupid strip, man. The holo foil strip. Hey, what's up? I was finally able to collect what's available in Transformers IDW. Hardcovers included the Impossible to Find Phase 2 Volume 5 and mere months before they lose the license. Oh, my dude. It saddens me. Like my daughter and I, she's rereading. That's why they're missing. She is rereading them. We're going to TFCon in Chicago next month. It's something wonderful that I'm bonding with my kid over. And it's like, I hope one day that other fathers get to experience that with their kids, other mothers. You're showing your love of something that means so much to you, because Phase 2 to us means the world. We love that stuff. So I hope whoever picks up the license respects and appreciates what came before, and they reprint those in proper format. They are beautiful, beautiful books. IDW Turtles or Power Rangers? Woo! That's a hard question. Turtles. Roberto Rodriguez, dude, Amanda and I were talking about you yesterday. How are you, my brother? This week, my dude. Tomorrow will be my overview of Rick Remender's 7 to Eternity hardcover. Got to wrap it up. And Monday is going to be the updated Marvel Omnis, what's been changed, what they decided to add to books, what they said no to. That will be on Monday as well. There's another book that I was doing. It's the overview of the people wanted to see the overview of the House of Horror, Treehouse of Horror Omnibus. Me and Alicia are going to work on that. My youngest. Tuesday is the Hellions overview because there's only 2 trades coming out from Marvel. Wednesday is Gotham's gosh dang it, I gotta move things around. Harley Quinn and the not Birds of Prey. Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens Omnibus, No Man's Land Omnibus Volume 2. And then I think I'm gonna try to see if I can do Conan this week. And where to start reading Wonder Woman. Okay, six gun for sure. People have asked me, man. Difficult question. Which is better, My Chemical Romance or Umbrella Academy? Umbrella Academy. I said it. Any possibility of the Hercules Unbound collection getting back on the schedule? I hope so. We need that, right? And we also need the Incredible Hercules. That would wrap it up, right? Volume 3. How did that not happen? What happened there? I'll remind them. I think all the issues from Bishop's Crossing to up to Age of Apocalypse will get reprinted in an omnibus format. No proof of that. Just a hunch that maybe the remap epic. I love the way they're mapping the epics. I'm so jealous of the freaking epic people. Don't tell Curtis I said that, because I love what they did with the mapping in the X-Men epics. And if that's what's going to happen with the Omnis, then I look forward to that in 10 years' time when we finally get there. But at least we know they're coming. Turtles for sure. MMPR is also fantastic, though. I agree. And my buddy Big Stu in Orlando, I actually answered that a little bit before you got here, man. I got you, my dude. Any chance for an Ascender Deluxe Edition overview? Yeah, if it came out, right? You want like a retro view of that, Krish? Is that what you want, my dude? I'm late. arrival this week. What's up, people? Any news on Nomad? I love the people that ask for like one or two things always. Nomad, the Niciesa era. Omar, what is more important to you? This is a dang good question that, oh man. What is more important to you in terms of story? The art versus story. It depends. But generally for me, if I don't like the art, I can't get into the story no matter how good it is. What about you? So I have stated on my channel that I'm not the biggest fan of Jeff Lemire's artwork. I love his stories. I don't think I would have finished Sweet Tooth if the story didn't really grab me. The Maze book, which was one of my favorite books this year. So, to me, I think the story is important. I say that, and I also own Absolute Wildcats. I'm not a fan of that stuff. I love the artwork, though. But I think if I had to pick one that goes just a little bit more story over art, even though we are talking about graphic novels. No Indiana Jones Omni news, my dude. I read the original Striker, my brother. I've been watching the Netflix adaptation. My volume 1 finally shipped out. I cannot. Well, I'll do an overview of that. I'm gonna push that book. I love it. Oh, Ascender's not out yet. It's the 2 Descender books. Okay. Art is definitely my jam. Absolutely. I think it's up to the individual, right? Omar, thoughts on Disney Plus Moon Knight being supernatural and thoughts on the series as a whole. I did not like the series. I thought it had one solid episode, and I thought that's what they were going to go on, and did not enjoy the series, like, at all. I'm excited for Werewolf by Night, though. Not the biggest digital reading fan, but I'm finding that Marvel Unlimited is a good way to bridge gaps. Also that. Logan is saying both Turtles and Power Rangers were things I loved when I was 10 years old. And recently I've been looking to get back into them. Dude, Power Rangers is a continuation of that story. Ninja Turtles is a reimagining of the story that you grew up with. So it's a new, yeah. It's definitely a new, brand new story with the same familiar characters. Story over art, Omar et tu, Brute. Yeah, I know. Sorry, brother. But everybody should check out Matthew Mangy's artwork, though. It is phenomenal. I haven't heard anything about Avenger reprints, but I don't think they've forgotten. I do have some artwork to share today. Thank you. Thank you for playing the role of Melanie, because she was supposed to remind me and she's not here right now. We have this gentleman. I don't know if he wants me to, I'm just going to call him Brett. I'm not going to reveal his last name. These are not for sales. These are something that he works on. It's his project. He does some custom bound books, and he does some custom dust jackets. Look at that glorious Tom Grumet freaking. Oh, I love it. Robin, connecting spines. He did similar spines to Peter David's Hulk run. So they have connecting spines. That's my arms, by the way, not his picture. Picture's right there in the middle. Whoa, that looks weird. Looks like he did the same with X-Men books. So these are the X-Men Fall of the Mutants. Whoa! That Outback here. Where's that image from? Holy crap. I'm genuinely surprised. So that's the Outback years of X-Men. Here, let's get to that. So it looks like he did redid the spines. So he loves connecting spines. I gotta give people credit, man. Like remaking spines and images. Love it. I think it's great. But that is from Brett. Yeah, those freaking Robin connecting spines are awesome, dude. I want to know where he got that one picture of the Outback years. Is Planet of the Apes really good? I've only read like a couple of the black and white issues. Or is the Slim Omni worth getting? So I don't have an answer to that. Yeah. I don't have an answer to that one, brother. But maybe somebody in the chat has read it. Do you think we'll get an omnibus of the Road to Onslaught trade paperbacks? Yes, I do. One day. Professor Xavier is a jerk. I love interconnecting. I remember asking David why they don't do those, and he said apparently it's really hard to design ahead of time because, and I'll show you why. For example, let's just take let's do X-Men. At that time when they were announcing these books, and whenever they were doing these books, they had no idea they were going to do a Fall of the Mutants omnibus. They had no idea they were going to do an Inferno or Prelude to Inferno. So it was hard for them to see how fat that spine was going to be to match the connecting book. So that was the reason why they did connecting spine. Now they kind of know. Danny, what's up, dude? In 1963, the Avengers and Iron Man were created 60 years ago. No Avengers Silver Age Omnibus reprint. No Iron Man Silver Age and Silver Age 2 or Silver Age Avengers Iron Man Omnibus. Nothing yet, brother. Nothing yet. Outback was my X-Man, dude. How important is the Batgirl Returns Omni? Batgirl Burnside. Oh, dude. Batgirl Returns is one of the best runs. I hated the idea of making Barbara Gordon Batgirl again. Hated it. Barbara Gordon was to me Oracle, and like that is a character that was in a wheelchair, and it meant to so many people that were in wheelchairs too. And to take that away from people, to take it away from fans of Oracle, it was bad. But there was one person they gave it to, was Gail Simone, and she killed it. Oh. Granted, the first part of the book is really good. The second part starts to slow down. Was it Contagion, I think, was the last arc? But she introduced elements in there that were just really good. I'm not the biggest fan of Batgirl of Burnside. I know people really enjoy it, but for me, it was okay. It's almost like they de-aged the character of Barbara Gordon. Why did Marvel cancel the king-size editions? They are awesome. I'm sure it had to do with sales. Why anybody would cancel anything, I think, has to do with sales. I know the bookstores were not the biggest fans of that either. My daughter's texting me. What is happening with this world? How do I have a kid enough that's old enough to text me? What up, Omar, Melanie? Just land, dude, my dude. Have fun in Vegas, my brother. Go to that convention. I hope you get together with Gabe. Just landed in Vegas, Omar. Thank you for earlier this week. I'll watch the replay. Of course, my brother. Thank you for the super chat. It was a piece done by David Yarden. Okay. So it wasn't released back then. Even Gail Simone did not want Batgirl, right? Oh, dude, Cassandra Cain Omnibus. Yes, sir. That's what we want. A man of good taste. That's my Batgirl. Oracle over Batgirl every time. And I know, it really depends. Like, there's a whole generation that knows Barbara as Batgirl. Cool. But I'm from the old school, man. And old school hates change, don't we? So, yeah, for me, Babs has always been freaking Oracle. YouTube user, hi Omar, do you know Spider-Verse Omni releasing next year will have the correct mapping compared to the original? I don't know that one yet. That's one of the questions I'm asking next after we go through this whole debacle of X-Men 5. Bonjour de Montreal. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Omar, always great to see you, brother. Always good to see you, my dude. What is your schedule for Patreon? I know that there is a book club. Thank you. If you want to join our Patreon, it's in the description of this video. And I believe the Patreon book club is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, 22nd. There's also going to be an early release video that comes out Sunday explaining what the changes are to the Omnis, including X-Men 5, if there are any. That'll come out early release tomorrow, and then everybody else will get it on Monday. People right now are voting for the next reading order. I think I had it between Transformers, Exiles, and the Don Rosa Duck comics. Giving myself a little bit of a break. I may start letting people decide on my next where to start reading too. Maybe on Patreon, but yeah. Omar, thoughts on MCU fatigue? Nah. It's like Westerns, man. I never really had a Western fatigue or samurai movies. Just its own genre now. I'm okay with it. I know people are really hating, and I'm not the biggest fan of She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk is okay. I get it. It's a show, and I've expressed my thoughts on it on our Friday night chats with Amanda. But man, that show gets a lot of hate. Omar, that Outback picture was a house ad. Oh, okay. We also, yes, there's also a Discord in there. Oh, I'm in the Discord. Yes, I'm in the Discord. Thank you. Western fatigue is impossible, right? You've never read Transformers? Oh, dude, there's so many good stories out there. Burnside sold well. I was expected the Benson Birds of Prey would. I'm surprised. Okay, so the Benson sisters, I'm surprised they didn't get an omnibus. We don't have a Birds of Prey omnibus like at all. How in the world is that? How many, dude? I don't know if I'll ever reveal how this conversations would go back. I don't think David would appreciate me showing the behind the scenes, these emails. It wasn't a text message. Hey man, would you please? No, it was exchanges. And then the group got involved. The collected editions group. Pros and cons, and it was a feat. I will say that. It was really stressful because I'm in the middle of this. And I don't want to give people hope. I don't want to false hope rather. I want to make everyone happy, and it's impossible to do that. So I guess I've got to make the majority of people happy. So we'll see what happens. Who wrote Transformers Phase 2? Oh my goodness, my dude, that is James Roberts. This is the one that you need. Like, if you all can find these collections are amazing. Like, I love the way they map these. So good. But this is my daughter and I, like, our favorite comics that we bond over together until she gets into Uncanny X-Men. But this is mainly John Barber and James Roberts, both of the creators. Nick Roche doing some of the plotting too. I don't want to give people false hope. Omar's a villain. I don't want to give people hope. I'm sorry, I came out the wrong way. I meant false hope, my dude. Thank you so much, Chris, for the super chat, my brother. Dark Horse, we need Grendel Omnis in hardcover. Yes, we do. Because could be the old age, but I had it hard time, like reading some of the small, tiny font. We need Omnibus 1 through 4 in hardcover. Deluxe editions of Lone Wolf and Cub, and reprint a huge Palomar book. Oh, that would be awesome. But let's get some Appleseed in there too while we're doing it. Bye, Omar. I've got to leave, but catch you on the flip side. Catch you later, my brother. Do you think we'll get a Strike Force Moriarty? Oh, look at you, man, asking for that. I haven't heard of that one. I think maybe one other person asked me for that one. I don't know. Probably an epic. Omar, are you into kid YA graphic novels too? A lot of good stuff happening. As a matter of fact, I am. Part of it is, having to do this channel, of course, and then part of it also being a father that loves reading with his kids. Like, to me, reading to my kids is one of the most important things I did. Like, and showing my love of the sequential art of graphic novels. Like, my kids, I remember they both immediately picked that manga like it was nothing because they had already read comics. So they knew how to follow the sequential art. And all I did was like, oh, now it goes backwards. Now, and for the Japanese, of course, that's the way they do read it. So to me, young adult stuff and graphic novels of all ages are very important because I have to keep up with it for the channel when people need suggestions. One of my top 10 favorite reads last year was John on the Impossible Monster by oh my goodness, who was it? Chris Samney. I don't know if you read it. There's only 2 volumes out right now, but it's Chris and I think it's his wife, Laura Samney, and then Matthew Wilson doing the colors. All ages book. I loved it, man. And I think of things like Bone and stuff like that. They are very important to me, or just as important to me as graphic novels that are for mature readers and stuff like that. Welcome to Near Me Condition. Abandon all hope. Man, y'all gonna take that out of context. Hannah, have a wonderful week. It's always good to see you. Any chance Usagi Jimbo Saga will get reprinted since they're coming back? I really hope so. That was one of my questions for Dark Horse. One of my questions for Dark Horse is if they're going to reprint those. A man of good taste, Outlanders. And did they ever finish Raccoon? I was a big fan of Outlanders, dude. It was 8 volumes. And Deluxe, look, man, you're probably I don't want to assume, but are you in your 40s? Because I grew up with that stuff. Caravan Kid. Yeah. Old guy. Good. We need to start a YouTube channel. Old guys talk manga. And it's like the same 10 titles because that's all we had back then. And we talk about the glory days of manga when they were like $3 for freaking 20. Dude, what's up, Bad Wolf? How are you? By the way, everybody go and check out Bad Wolf Comics. He has his own YouTube channel. Really great guy. Morning, Omar. Thanks for bringing some comic knowledge and conversation to our Saturday mornings. Any idea when the next round reprint new Omni announcements? I've got the list. from David for August, and it's just August of 2023. And it's just a matter of waiting around for covers. And I've got the list of Epic collections too, and just waiting around for covers and making sure I get their blessing. And that's it, my dude. But happy to have you here, man. Happy to have all of you here. Harrow County Library reprints. I don't know what's going on with those. I've asked, and I don't know. I don't know what's up. Maybe one day we'll get it. What are you most excited for at NYCC? 100%. I'm serious, man. Is running into some of you folks. Getting to meet creators is cool, and networking is really cool, which is why I do these shows. You know, having a face with a name and then going to different publishers and talking to them. But getting to meet you fine folks at these conventions has been a blessing, man. And I think that's my favorite part. Seriously. And if you see me, man, even if you're shy, I don't care if you're shy, you come up to me and you say hello. Because if you give my videos your time of day, I can make time for you. Of course. It is a blessing to see each one of you to come up and say hi. It was really cool at Heroes Con. How many people, even shy people, came up and said hi. It's so cool, man. I'm in my 40s, dude. The best comics we read growing up, right? The best comics were the ones we read from growing up. Nothing is better, man. Nothing is better than those days. I mean, we get close, though. And even then, some of the comics we read, like in hindsight, were not that great. They were kind of terrible. They were kind of terrible, but that's okay. It's the 80s, man. Sign me up for Old Guys Talk Manga show. Yeah, we'll have these new kids talking about their... Oh my gosh, my daughter's reading. What's the one that's toilet bound? I'm like, what? Back in my day, we had books like Shadow Lady and Ranma. What's this toilet bound nonsense? It does surprise me from time to time when I'm reading things and I'm like, what is this about? I just bought the first 2 Jonah graphic novels. Glad to hear it's one of your favorite. Oh, top 10 last year, man, for sure. Recommend Sleepover by Michael Regina. Hold on one second. I'm making a list of all the recommendations you all have. Somebody recommended Bird King and Ghost Cage earlier. So Sleepover. Michael Regina. Thank you. Happy Batman Day, Omar. Hope you have a fun Batman Day. Thanks, man. It's true. The best comics are Al Milgrom, West Coast Avengers. Boy, his art got a lot of hate. Even when I was reading X-Men and I was a kid, I remember his art getting a lot of hate for that, man. Like, people hated his Wolverine and Shadowcat. Hate it. Omar is saying, my dude saying stuff is weird. And yeah, that was complete irony. I knew what I was saying. Guy turns into a girl when splashed with cold water. I knew what I was saying. I love that stuff. Omar just received 7 to Eternity. Got it as a blind buy. Is it that good? Dude, for Hiromo Peña's artwork alone, it is freaking awesome, dude. Seriously. For Hiromo Peña's artwork alone. The story itself is great. Like, he just throws you in the middle. No, it's easy to catch up, right? Because there's all these journal page entries and stuff. But I enjoyed it. It's epic. And holy crap, there are a lot of epic moments. I don't think it's as good to me as his stuff like Fear Agent or Deadly Class or Low. I think Low built a beautiful world, but this is up there. It's phenomenal. Slowly, YouTube will be full of 50-year-old YouTubers. Omar will be the first one. Yep, 50-year-old guys. Back in my day, comics were this. Comics will never be as good. It is weird, right? For every generation, comics will never be as good as they were when you were kids. I do appreciate the people that Larry Talks Comics, or Larry's Library. I'm sorry, that's what his name is. He's older, and my buddy Jess he's older, and they still love new stuff. I do look up to that. That is very cool. That the older you get, you don't have to be jaded, and I try to keep it like that too. I'm trying not to get jaded because it is easy to get jaded and hate on things that are different than what you grew up with. Because like just like everything else, everything changes. And if you're a creature of habit and you're stuck in your old ways, you're going to be this old fossil yelling, back in my day. I don't want to be that. Found Black Sat hardcover from cheap this week. Bought it due to your recommend. Dude, enjoy it, man. That is a freaking awesome read, my brother. How do you rank TF Faces? Oh, that's easy. Phase 2, best freaking Transformers comic ever released. No disrespect, Simon Furman. I don't know why I looked up. He's not dead. He's alive. He's alive. Sorry about that. TF Phase 2. Phase 3 starts really slow but picks up. But Phase 1 has Last End of the Wreckers and All Hell Megatron, which are excellent. So I'm going to go with that second. And then third is Phase 3. Omar, did you read Manga Vision? I did. And Pulp. Yep, Pulp is how I found out about Strain, Banana Fish. Huge. And by the way, Banana Fish made a comeback. Like, people were buying Banana Fish. Like, the reprint last year was huge. What's up, Bart? How are you? Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Me too. Actually, the Transformers stuff is still the best. I love that stuff. And that's stuff I grew up with, which, like I said, maybe it's because I'm trying to change my way. But Phase 2 to me is superior. I love Simon Furman's. I love Bob Budiansky, Jim Shooter, all the classic stuff. But to me, Phase 2 was just so much better, man. I loved it, dude. So hyped for the Bleach 1,000-Year War anime. It's crazy to think that people grew up on Bleach. Like, I still think Bleach happened like last year. That show's been around for almost 2 decades. Do I like books? I do. I don't have the time to read them anymore, unfortunately. The following comics are as good as the comics I read as a kid. Superman Space Age? Yes. Love hearing that. Cannot wait to read that. World's Finest, Savage Avengers, and TMNT Last Ronin was excellent, dude. We do need a Micronauts Omnibus with Mantlo and Broderick on art. Yes, we do. Oh, man. Oh, this is a good question. So I think I am going to be doing a Transformers reading order, but is Phase 2 a continuation of Phase 1? It is. It is. And Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3 are in the same universe, but Phase 2 is almost like a fresh start. Don't think of it like DC New 52 or Rebirth, but think of it like the story of Phase 1 is over. Not to spoil, a huge story is over. Now we're going to continue it in this format. Best Transformers animated series, you answer can't be CGI or Beast Wars. Can't be CGI or Beast Wars. Okay. I guess, my childhood, of course, Transformers. Yeah. The classic Transformers. And then followed really up there by Transformers Animated, which is excellent. I did not. No one asked me about Black Widow Omnibus. IDW Sonic Run is okay. It started good, and book 2 was just, it wasn't quite there. Did Omar ever pick up those TMNT Urban Legends? I didn't. Dang it. Thank you for reminding me. See, you all. That's why I love you all. Oh, I read that as CGI. I don't have my progressives on. Dang it. Okay. So not G1, Transformers Animated. There we go. Not CGI. Oh, got it. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. I forgot. This is why I need you all. To y'all remind me to get some freaking books. Good morning, Mr. Galaxy. How are you, my brother? Thanks, Omar, Vanishing Melanie, and Chatters for another great chat. Have a great weekend. You too, my brother. You too, my brother. Any good graphic novels about pro wrestling? There's a whole pro wrestling line with graphic novels. I'm trying to think of, is there, I don't know. I haven't read any, or maybe I'm drawing a blank here. But I thought they had their own line too. Is it AWA, I think? They did a couple of wrestling books. But if you've read one, please leave it in the chat for Jacob. What's Logan's point? Comics, music, cartoons are 3 things that never seem to be as good as they were when you were a kid or in your teens. Whatever you grew up with is the best time, right? That's it. Do a Power Bomb should be out soon. Thank you. That's it. Ultimate Muscle. Those are out of print though, right? The Kiniki Kuman, Little Muscle. You remember those growing up in the 80s? I haven't picked up Valerian 6 and 7. See, this is why I need you all. You must get Crimson Cage, amazing AWA wrestling comic. Thank you. I knew they had published some stuff. Just started reading Sandman, and I'm loving it. Oh, I love hearing that. And I'm also very jealous if you're reading it for the first time. If you're reading it for the first time, that is amazing. Thoughts on old Ghostbuster comics or 2 old trade paperbacks, Omnis by IDW? Well, they lost the rights to those, so get them while you can. I thought they were great. I'm a kid of the 90s, and I like music of my time, but I recognize the 60s and 80s were better. My kids love 80s and 90s music, honestly. Dude, Condorito, mi hermano. Yo crecí con Condorito. I love that stuff. That was before X-Men. Life was Condorito. Wow, bringing back memories, man. Make his old man cry. Voltron was my favorite thing when Peter Cullen doing the narration of Voltron. Defender. Oh my gosh. Kid, man. But I rate the reboot much higher than the original. You know what? We never did finish the reboot. We also never finished She-Ra, the Princess of Power. We watched one season. I don't think my kids were into it. For comics, on the other hand, I think the 90s are going to be as good as 60s and 80s, but everything after the 90s, no. Really, there are people that refuse to read 90s comics, and I feel like they're missing out on some great, phenomenal stuff if you're going to not, if you're going to pass out on a whole era. I was born in 2003, but I like classic rock. Man, Voltron, greatest Christmas gift ever. I still have my Lion Bot in a box. I may sell that because these things aren't cheap. She-Ra is my guilty pleasure. Yeah, it was one of those things that Netflix pushed and then they kind of stopped advertising it, so we kind of forgot about it. I was born in 2003, but like classic rock. Well, 2003. You're a baby. Looks like I'm going to New York Comic Con. Hype for my first con, dude. You better come and say hi. Especially if you see some nerd with a freaking camera walking around. Pro wrestling graphic novels. Check out Super Pro KO. There are 3 of them. There you go. Oh, I answered that a little bit earlier. IDW Sonic. I thought the first one started off good, and the second one, it was okay. She-Ra was awesome. I know it's weird for a 39-year-old guy, but I did like it. Dude, that's all that matters, that you like it. I'm going to be at New York Comic Con. Both the Astonishing Melanie and I will be there all 4 days. So very, very, very much looking forward to it, and hopefully to seeing a lot of people there. Wouldn't consider She-Ra the original a guilty pleasure. It was actually good. Oh man, some of those episodes were rough though. And that Christmas movie, I know people are fans of that. The 80s She-Ra animated was better than Masters of the Universe. Come at me, bros. Really? Huh. I think Aubrey Sitterson did a wrestling comic a few years back, and I think Dark Horse has a new comic called Do a Power Bomb from Daniel Warren Johnson, who's a big fan of wrestling too. Yep. Deadly Class Volume 4. Down here's Deadly Classes. Will be the final one, wrapping up that series. I love that series, brother. Afternoon. Back in time before it ended. Yes, you are Tyler Smith, and I'm still here. Can't wait for my Lock and Key Master Edition Volume 1 to come. Dude, I hope you enjoy it, brother. Card Captor Sakura for me. I like Card Captor Sakura. I'm waiting on a box set. I'm waiting for hardcover box sets, but they haven't announced it. I may break and get the freaking hardcovers individually. Used to listen to late 80s and early 90s Latin freestyle dance music on the radio every week back then. You going to Peruvian restaurants in Kentucky? Dude, we got a couple Peruvian restaurants here in Kentucky. But nothing's better than my mama's cooking, though, man. Tri-State is where it's at, bro. I am for real. There's a couple people that have hit me up already about meeting up at a restaurant after hours and stuff. So I will. I'll definitely check out what they have there. And I am going to give myself a break too. I'm going to go out and have some fun and drink with some folks and stuff. Because when we did Heroes Con, I was stressed. It was working. It was a lot of work, and it's a lot of fun, but it's still work. Your parcel should land this week. UK postal strikes will have slowed it down to at this end. Oh, dude, thank you so much. Still waiting for Trigon Deluxe or box set. Yes, sir. I read your comment earlier, Zero. Congratulations, man, and save that movie for Japan, my brother. They may not be the best, but Omar, can we please one day get the video dedicated to Godzilla comics? The only essential comic I have left is my Godzilla, because who knows where those are going to be. I think IDW still owns the rights to Godzilla, but for some reason they can't print the old stuff. I don't know. For those that aren't aware, the reprint of Sandman Volume 1 has white edge pages, not black, of the Omnibus. JP at OPB dropped a video about it. I was glad for the heads up, just wanted to pass it along. Thank you for that. Really, I wonder why they made the change. Sproof have original superhero characters? No, we didn't. I don't think so. The Austin Byrne Claremont Uncanny was one of my favorites growing up, but not so much now. I still love it, man. I still love it. Terry Austin is like a godsend. Inking John Byrne stuff, and anything he inked was just gold. I love his stuff. P.O.P.O.'s nearby Peruvian restaurant. Is it? Hey, Omar, any chance David is looking to collect Ren and Stimpy in omnibus format? No, but he's talked about other series that he was wanting my personal opinion on. But Ren and Stimpy didn't come up. forgot that was Dan Slott did an issue, didn't he? The Spider-Man issue, I think. Oh, the time. Thank you. And we actually have my brother coming up. We're having a get together. It's his birthday. I've had Persian food. It is delicious. Yes, sir. Do you have any runs that even if you have the omnibus, you want to keep the floppies? Yes. X-Men. I still have all my X-Men. I had to sell some though when I got divorced. Like my giant size one is gone. My Hulk 181 is gone. But you know what? Selling them and paying for a lawyer, I'd do it all over again. Because I would not be where I am today if I didn't do those things. At this moment, I just want to thank everybody for being here. Seriously, you are a wonderful blessing. I look forward to this every Saturday, no matter how busy I am, no matter where I am. I do this because I just love being here. Thank you to all the people that super chatted. Thank you. That really does help out with like the big shipping that we're going to have with the giveaway. Again, that giveaway will be October 1st, 10 a.m. For Patreon, 11 a.m. here. And then we are doing the auction next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Nick is hosting that, and we're just helping to move books along. So hopefully some of y'all will be here, win some stuff, and the money that we would get, the cut that we get in your mint condition, goes to the Rachel Pollack, her GoFundMe. I just want to take this moment to say thank you. Check out our Patreon, Spread Shop, great ways to support the channel. Description of the video has the links. Everyone stay healthy and safe. Much love, everybody. Thank you.